Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. This is a Bat Châtillon 15555. It's a tier 9 French SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Prokhorovka, and this one is under the command of UKSkaface. And it seems my bird is hyperactive at the moment. Yep, Reggie's interested in what's going on. Okay, battle started. Well, it's a 155mm howitzer mounted on a rotating turret, and the hull is partially from an M47. Now, it's one of the faster Artys in the game, and you can see the French, they do like using tyres as the road wheels, which is actually quite a good idea because it's very cheap to change, and of course they do act as extra suspension. I think they do use torsion bars as well, but basically it's quite a good idea because it's much cheaper, and of course it's less wear on the steel. Okay, he's found a good firing spot. It's a conventional firing spot in amongst the bushes. There's 3 Arty on each side, and this is a tier 10 game. And the first target in there, Object 430, and that was a direct hit on target. Now the reload time is kind of long, yeah. Well, for a 155mm howitzer, it's okay. It's about par. Now, the alpha damage from this gun is quite reasonable. It's 750 off a penetration of 48mm. And this is one of those Artys that the French didn't actually build. Oh, direct hit again! 282! They did think about building it, and they did build, I believe, one prototype, but it never got authorized for production. Okay, well, we can see lots of wheelie vehicles. Vermin running around the battlefield. Yes, they are complete and utter nuisance. Why Wargaming put them in? Well, we know why. They used them to try and get at Arty, to effectively make life unbearable for Arty players, because of course they are the bane of Arty players' existence. They keep taking us out the game. You can see that 705 has received an HE round because he's got yellow stain on the front of his front right side. Yeah, they may find that they're going to have to nerf those wheelie vehicles in the end because they're just too game breaking. Yeah, they appear everywhere on the battlefield. They seem to be invulnerable. The tyres and wheels seem to be made out of well, impenetrable steel, because even if you hit one on the move, it still keeps going. And nice shot into the turret there on the 53 TP. Yeah, they just keep going. It's almost like they're invulnerable, you know, like they've been made out of some plastic that won't degrade and won't break down, and so they just take a shell and keep moving. And of course that's game breaking, because it's not just bad for Arty, it's bad for the tanks as well. Lining up a shot on the Progetto, it actually splashes him for 144 and stuns him, so he's pulled back. Oh, now we've just been stunned, which means that somebody's worked out where we are and they find a near miss. So yes, UKSkaface has had to move, because if he doesn't, he could be the next kill. Well, we saw trees going down there, so it looks like an enemy tanks are knocking them down. Yeah, getting back to the vermin, the critters, yeah, they're going to have to go. If they don't go, they're going to have to nerf them somewhat so that the wheels become part of the hitbox. And if you hit a wheel, it won't be the same as hitting the tracks and just module damage. It will end up as bad damage to their hitbox. And that was a nice kill on the 53 TP, and he pulled back immediately after he fired to avoid any counter battery. It does appear that the enemy Artys are looking in this direction. That's kind of going to discourage those other tanks, the Progetto, from moving across the hill. But it's not discouraged that Link 6x6 making circuits around this midline. It's very puzzling to some degree why Victor allowed the wheeled vehicles into the game, because he always said that he wouldn't allow wheeled vehicles in World of Tanks. Because after all, it is World of Tanks, and a wheeled vehicle is not a tank, it's an armoured car. Cars have wheels, tanks have tracks. But I suppose Victor wanted something that would be good as a premium vehicle, and so brought it in, just as they've brought in the loot boxes, the double-barreled tanks, and now they're bringing in a whole line of double-barreled tanks to encourage people to buy the premium. Rounds out T-34, takes a hit, direct hit, 292, and UKSkaface is relocated. Now the good thing about this tank is that you can park it in position so that you can relocate just by using your W key or your S key without actually taking your gaze off what's going on outside the tank, because the turret will always face the enemy. Normally if you relocate in a vehicle, obviously you have to come out of aiming view, or you should at least, and then move the tank and then go back to aiming again, and that would of course mean if there was any turret that it would have to realign. And there's a lovely shot there on the Progetto, and he's taking fire from the others, so stun assist as well. 1111 stun assist. UKSkaface didn't relocate this time. He's looking for a shot on that T-44, so he's focusing. He can relocate. All you just need to do is hit the W key or the S key. Oh, and the shell impacted on something else. But it looks like our T-44 got taken out by their Object 430. Now you can see our wheeled vehicles, or at least one of them, the EBR-105, is now causing havoc in the enemy rear. And so is that T-49, a traditional vehicle. We just saw the tracer from the enemy Arty, and there's another one. Been found by the EBR-105. There he goes. And UKSkaface gets the kill. There's an Object 430U. He's about to get... well, he's been stunned already. There's the other one, the GWE-100. Lining up a shot on him. Here we go. Rounds out straight away, and oh, he didn't kill it. Oh, but his teammate did in the EBR-105, so he got the kill immediately afterwards. That Object 430U, well, he almost got crushed by a leap over the burn, or the railway embankment, I should say, and that EB-105 is doing runs over there as well. T-49 goes down, but the Object 430U is still around. UKSkaface fires, gets a direct hit, and there comes the EBR-105 again. You see, it's game breaking. It is doing to an Object 430U what shouldn't be done. He's being embarrassed by a wheeled vehicle. They are going to have to nerf these vehicles. If they don't, they could destroy the game. You might as well have World of Assault cars instead. Or maybe we can have World of Vans. Or World of Tricycles. Yeah, it's game breaking, sorry. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats for that one. And it's an ace tanker for UKSkaface and the Bat Châtillon 155-55. He managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4. A bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 19 in this one. At least I think that's 19, yep. But most of all, this is his first ace tanker. It's got the scrolls underneath. You only get that the first time. So well done. This is your first one. 3,866 was the win 8, which is Super Unicum standard. So let's have a look at team score and see where he came on the table. Didn't do the most damage in the game. No, that went to that 2128 on the enemy team, Lieutenant Popov, who did 3,135 hit points of damage. Or was he the high scorer? No, he actually wasn't. I got it wrong. Yeah, that just shows how broken the game is. The EBR-105 got the high caliber and a patrol... oh, he didn't get the high caliber. He got a patrol duty for 3,845 hit points of damage. I mean, really, this is wrong. This is so wrong on so many different levels to have wheeled vehicles at the top of the table. I know the players may be good, but honestly, really, would they be the winners of any battle on the modern battlefield? No, the main battle tanks would be, or the Arty would be, because they'd be the ones who get the kills. But wheeled vehicles, no, they'd be the first victim. Well, 3,708 hit points for the E75TS, proving that this is not such a bad tank after all. In fact, it's got quite a good, decent armor at the front of the vehicle. Just don't allow people to shoot you in the sides because it will go through. And when it comes to UKSkaface, 2,892, which is not bad because it's actually 4th place overall because that 212A just came ahead of him just slightly. When it came to kills, though, it was UKSkaface. He got 4 kills in that game. 3 kills went to the E75TS, and then there's a whole bunch of tanks with 2 kills. And when it came to base XP, he's in 3rd place. Yes, the EBR 105 got top spot because he was doing a lot of spotting. Yes, 5,274 hit points of spotting in that game. They're terribly difficult to kill, these things, because they move so quickly. In fact, when they introduced them to the game and we were told that they would go over 100 kilometers an hour on the map, I thought at the time that it was going to be very, very difficult to take them down. In fact, the only thing that can slow down an EBR is if an Arty round lands near it, and then it slows down just temporarily long enough for some of the other guys to get shots into it. But on the whole, if he's a good EBR driver, he can avoid most of those shots very easily. And, well, that makes it just that much more difficult that these things will break the game. So, 1,121 base experience points was enough for an ace tanker in the Bat Châtillon 155-55. He fired 13 rounds, got 9 direct hits, no penetrations but 15 splash, damage of 2,892 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He did receive 1 hit by way of splash damage. Yes, one of the enemy Arty did fire a round near him, but it was only close enough to actually splash him, but not to actually damage him in any way. 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 killed, and 2,344 hit points of stun assist off 11 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 49,742 credits, got 11,441 from holiday ops, total 61,183. And after resupply of ammunition, and this ammunition is relatively cheap, 46,623 credits to take away. He earned 1,681 XP, times 2 for the first victory, got personal reserve of 840, took away 4,203 altogether. So a very good ace, first ace for UKSkaface in the Bat Châtillon 155-55. Now, of course, you need to ace the Bat Châtillon 155-58, which is probably a little more fun, actually, because you've got 3 shots to try and get them instead of just the 1. Although it's still quite a fast little Arty to move about. It's got the same characteristics as the 155-55, and I think a lot of players, well, they choose the stock barrel on the Bat Châtillon 155-55 because it actually does have a fairly good fire rate compared to the other one and just as much damage. But we did have people ask questions about the Bat Châtillon 155-55 recently and said, yeah, what do you need to do to have on this vehicle? Yeah, keep the stock gun, it's much better. And yes, Bat Châtillon 155-58 next. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. We've got very few subscribers, which is probably to do with the fact that we are what Arty noobs. Not every player likes Arty. I think they keep getting hit by Arty, but the reason they keep getting hit by Arty is they don't know how to play Arty. If they knew how to play Arty, they'd know how to avoid our shells. But thank goodness they don't know how to play Arty, which means it's easier for us to hit them. Those people who do play Arty and play it enjoy it. So, yes, do subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.